Very good morning to all of you. So here we begin the Monday with super duper motivation. And that one motivation you all have given me is wonderful response to the business head exam yesterday. So just check your inbox. All of you, those who have written the exam and sent, I have sent you back the suggested answer. Whenever I get time, I'll have a special Zoom meeting with all of you, those who are committed to write. It takes daring. Out of 100, not even 10. Might be 3 of you are having that daring to write the exam, and you are one of it, right? The more you dare in the classroom, the more you dare in the final exam. So check the suggested answer, share your marks with me in person, and share your feedback in the group about the level of the question paper and all. So the next exam on the coming Sunday is for capital gain chapter, 8 marks weightage, slum sales, stamp duty, advance money forfeited, exemptions, MCQs, theory, questions, everything is going to be covered. Special income, special rate of tax, types of treatment for the bonus shares, right shares, right? Yeah. Good morning. Keep joining, keep commenting here also. Okay. Now, the motivation for today is say what you mean what you say, right? Let this be your wording for this week. Anyone who meets you in your family, in your friends, should say, Isne bol diya na, ho gaya. Now, how we are going to work it is, let us do first a solid determination of our study plan. Workable study plan according to your nature. If you're working and watching my recordings in the evening, can we decide that at least 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, you're going to do quality good study? If you're going late for your work early in the morning, if you're going early, late in the evening, right? If you are not working, can you say that, okay, this time I decide, I commit that at least I will study this week 6 hours? Yes, you all are building a superb base for final. That in depth we are learning these classes. Yes, can I see some noise in the chat box? Whatever is, I'm just saying random 6 hours, 5 hours. Ma'am, 4 hours and 45 minutes I'm going to study. Be that precise with yourself, right? And of course, the theme for the month is we are working on all our C's: courage, confidence, commitment, consistency. And that's why you all are live here right now with me. You know that when consistently every day, bit by bit, chota concepts you're going to learn is going to push your performance super duper well. And assure me, this method, so many students have got exemptions. So hope you are taking the best benefit. When I say write it, when I say listen to the concept, listen. When I say 15th, I'm doing 14th is homework, write the duration and do it. And then see the difference, right? Enough time I'm giving. Sundays, I'm not taking classes. Yeah. Schedule for the exam because of the ongoing elections, we'll come to know. So we'll wait for that. And accordingly, weekly exams now for DT, and GST classes are going on in the evening. Today, third class is there for GST. If you still want to enroll, we'll close the registration soon. It's free, but you have to fill up the Google form in the Telegram and join the batch. You'll be given the material, the chapter wise exam all over there. Okay. Yes. Shall we continue with the salary with the revision of the class? Anyone wants to say anything? Any doubts are there? Please let me know. Ask अगर किसी को कोई doubt है तो पूछो. No? Chalo. In income from salary, we have divided this topic in 4 parts, right? Whatever comes from employer to employee, there's a relationship between employer and employee relationship, then it's going to be taxable under the head salary. Who says this? Chargeability section, section 50. Now, whether employer gives you basic, DA, bonus, commission, allowance, perquisite, profit in lieu of salary, whatever is coming from employer to employee is going to be taxable here, right? Even if the gift is coming, it's going to be taxable here and not other source, because ma'am, you have taught gift in other source. If it is from employer, it will come here. Now, we have seen that whatever you get, just go on adding it, and from gross salary, you have to give deduction. So one deduction is the standard deduction, which is up to 50,000, whether they say or not, you have to give. Second deduction is entertainment allowance, which is given only. One second, huh? One second, dear students, please wait. Okay, entertainment allowance is taxable first up, and then deduction is given only to government employees. 5,000, 20% of entertainment allowance, or actual entertainment, whichever is least. Now, the third one, very nice, is profession tax. If the employee pays, profession tax is deductible. If the employer pays employee's profession tax, first you add it as perquisite and then claim the deduction. So these are the 3 deductions allowed. Then we have seen that if someone is full-time managing director in a single company, he can tax his salary under salary, then TDS will be deducted under 192. If you are a freelancing director in 5-6 companies, banks, whatever it is, then whatever remuneration is given, you can tax it in business head or other source, and then TDS will be deducted in 194J. Okay, right? What else we have seen in salary chapter? Last class, we have worked out all the retirement benefits and one amendment in the leave salary also. Did you like the way we have worked out retirement benefit? One gratuity concept, one problem. Pension, फिर उसका problem. Retrenchment, फिर उसका. Like this, we have worked out, and then we have done combined problems also too. Okay. So today's target is to complete all the allowances. I'm sharing the screen first. Let us complete this revision part. Okay. Volume and everything is clear. I'm seeing your live chat, but here I have put it on mute. So if all clear, and if you can comment here. Thank you for all the likes. Yes. The first type of the retirement, see, when employee is retiring, an alarm sign in your mind is take the salary only, say he's retiring on December, then only for 9 months. Don't take it blindly for 12 months and all. Okay, right? Now here, if he's receiving gratuity, can you see this table is there in the DT compiler, which is freely available in the Telegram group. And if you want a printout, you can order it. Gratuity covered. If he is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act, actual gratuity received and government limit 20 lakhs is fixed. Okay. And then 15 days salary for each completed year or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So if it is 10 years and 7 months, 11 months, 10 years and 5 months, 10 years. Now, 15 by 26 into last month's salary drawn into number of years worked. Okay. All clear to all of you if he's covered. If he's not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act and you're giving him gratuity, actual amount, then 20 lakhs, ye to theek hai. Here it is 15 by 26, here it is 15 by 30. So exactly half month's salary, that too average of the last 10 months into completed year, fraction is ignored. Now, uncommuted pension is monthly pension. The month you retire, next month onwards, you will get monthly pension, which is taxable for all. This is too much asked in MCQs for CA CMA all exam, and for CA exam, it is also asked in case studies. Done? Uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension is, say you are receiving 3,000 pension, 1,000 you receive monthly, 2,000 instead of receiving monthly you have encashed it कि sir मेरे को 40,000 एक साथ दे दो, lump sum. So lump sum pension received by employees called as commuted pension. It's exempt for the government employees, and for others 1/3 will be exempt, but not what 1/3 of 40,000. Say you have encashed 70% pension for 40,000. समझ में आ रहा है? 30% you are still receiving. 70% pension you encash 40,000. So 100% is how much? This is the mind mapping I'm giving and I'm repeating purposely. I can go and teach you something new. Huh? Say, let us say it as 40,000 को 60% ले लेते हैं. चलो, तो 100% कितना है? 40,000 into 100 divided by 60. It's coming to some 66667. Just odd figure because I've just randomly taken. Now, of this, 1/3 will be exempt if you have received gratuity. Half will be exempt if you have not received. Are you literally sitting and listening? And if you have any doubt, comment below. Don't worry ki ma'am will get disturbed in her flow. No. If doubt is there in your mind, you're not listening to next what I'm teaching. So better please. Okay? If gratuity is not received, then iska half. Half of 100% of the pension. Okay? Right. Next is leave salary. You know, some of the leaves are carry forward, some are encashed. So leave salary mein there's an amendment. Government limit is now 25 lakhs. Leave encashed. Earlier it was 3 lakhs, seedha up 25 lakhs. 10 months average salary, 25 lakhs, actual leave salary, and the first bit. Now, what is the first bit? Leave allowed as per 30 days per year. Say you have worked for 28 years. So, 28 months is the leave allowed. Less leave availed. What is leave availed? Maybe you have availed 22 months leave. So, leave at the credit is 6 months. Is this clear to all of you? Right. Retrenchment compensation. This is paid when you remove the employee before the age of his retirement. 5 lakh is the limit for retrenchment and VRS. And for all this, definition of salary is basic plus DA according to retirement benefit plus commission. Now 5 lakh. I have made a separate video also for detailed revision of all the retirement benefits. So you can check that also. And anything else you want, you keep saying. Chalo, retrenchment compensation mein 15 by 26 into average last month 3 month salary into completed year or part thereof, 5 lakh and actual amount. This I have given, but they are not asking generally. Only 3 bits. Least is exempt. Retrenchment compensation received may say. VRS, salary last drawn into 3 into completed years. Salary last drawn into remaining months, 5 lakh, and actual compensation received, whichever is least is exempt, right? When you are covered with Payment of Gratuity Act, then it is salary means last salary drawn by employee into all. And this is, oh, it's missing, write down over it. This is for gratuity covered. That is for gratuity covered. Already I have given. The definitions also I have given separately. Yeah, here I have given. See. For entertainment allowance, only basic ka 1/5 you have to take. For gratuity, basic and all DA you have to take covered. For all the other retirement benefits, HRA we are going to do today, and all basic, DA in terms of retirement, and commission not per month, commission as a percentage of turnover. And rent free accommodation ke liye what is salaries definition, I'll tell you when we do that. So that's all for all the revision of what we have done until now. Chale saath mein? Yes. Now tell me one thing, that what is the basic difference between allowances and perquisite? Is that clear to all of you? Can someone write in the chat box? What is the difference? Retirement benefits are over. Practice that. That's the reason. Tomorrow also I will start my class with revision of retirement benefits. See, DT and IDT is not tough, but it is vast. So the more you learn with teacher, better. Alag se karne se acha. Now, allowances are fixed in nature. We will give you house rent allowance 10,000 per month. Now you stay with your neighbor or with your auntie or with your father, or you actually rent out a house. We are not bothered. We are giving you house rent allowance per month. We are giving you medical allowance per month 1,000. फिर आप बीमार पड़ो या ना पड़ो, and it's taxable. But whereas if there is any medical emergency for you, for your family, if you bring the bills, we will reimburse. That's perquisite. We are not giving you house rent allowance. We are going to pay actual rent which you are paying to your owner. Leke aa jao agreement and all. You will get reimbursement from office for the rent paid. Okay, as a part of perquisite. So the basic difference between allowances and perquisite is allowances are fixed in nature. Now let us see it into three categories, and allowances are like, how do I say, either 8 marks they will ask one problem in exam for allowances and perquisite, or 8 marks retirement benefit. More chance, 80% chances of getting this, 20% chances of getting that. And allowances comes in MCQs for sure. So let us divide all the allowances into three types. There are some allowances which are completely exempt. For example, MPs and MLAs, whatever allowance they receive, like that. High court judges and all. There are some allowances which are taxable for all. Kuch bhi ho jaye, these allowances are taxable. And there are some allowances which are partly exempt, partly taxable. That's what is going to come in exam. Read to we are going to do everything. Sab padna hai. Yeah. Let there be lot of two-way communication. Even if you are watching the recording, comment. If you are live with me, keep commenting. That, gives me also this thing ki you all are following. At least if you much you cannot type, can you type AC all clear, or not clear? Repeat. Is this revision helpful? What I'm doing for all of you? Thank you. Chalo. I'll start some of the perquisites also today. Perquisites are vast. Tomorrow also full class. I think this is one of the biggest topic going to be. We'll do arrears of salary also with this. Ek hi baar aaya, but it's such an easy problem. Chalo. Right now, I'm concentrating on all the types of the allowances for solving the problem also. Right. Allowances are fixed amount paid to employee every month irrespective of the actual expenditure. Okay, right? Now, what are the allowances which are fully exempt? Allowances granted to government employees. Government employees को जो allowances मिलते हैं. 1 second, dear students. Thank you for waiting. Allowances what are given to government employees outside India, they are exempt. Our embassies and all who are working outside. Then sumptuary allowance and all given to high court judges, exempt allowances given to UNOs. exempt, city compensatory received by a judge, exempt. ठीक है? Now, what are the allowances which are fully taxable? Entertainment allowance. Fully taxable, deduction under 16 subsection 2 will be given only to government employees. DA, I'm again saying so many students, they do this mistake. If DA is received 1000 per month, bracket it is written 60% considered for retirement benefit, then 1000 is fully taxable. 600 you have to take when you solve the HRA and other calculations where you need DA. So how much DA you will take? 60%, 600. But whatever DA you receive is fully taxable. Overtime allowance, medical allowance, city compensatory allowance. So many cities, the cost of living is heavy. Interim allowance, servant allowance, project allowance, and all. Okay. Now we are going to solve the problems for allowances which are partly exempt, partly taxable. House rent allowance, section 10, clause 13A. This is not subsection, huh? Section 2, subsection 22, clause E. Don't know, they can ask you this reading also in exam. Section 10, 13A. Special allowance, 10, 14. So how house rent allowance is exempt in part? Let us solve one problem exclusive for HRA and then we can apply and solve more. House rent allowance granted to an SSE by his employer is exempt to the extent of least. Rent paid minus, or they have given the sign over, 10% of salary due. Rent paid minus 10% of the salary. If the accommodation is in metros, then 50%, if not 40%. And actual HRA. Exemption is not available to an SSE who lives in his own house or in a house for which he does not pay any rent. Okay? See, this is very logical concept. Exemption is not available for SSE who lives in his own house. You can't pay rent to yourself. Or in a house for which he does not pay any rent. So, because the first thing is rent paid over 10% of the salary. So, what is rent paid? Rent paid is zero because either you are staying in your own house or you are staying in a house in which you are not paying the rent. Then definitely this is not going to be exempt. What is the definition of salary for HRA? Basic, DA in terms of employment वही 60% 40% जो है and commission. Okay, right? So what we will do is, because HRA is very important exam point of view, we will do one concept, one problem. Let us write the booster notes for HRA in our notebook and then let us read one question and solve it now in the class only. ठीक है? Right, any one we can do. 18th, 19th, कोई भी, सबका presentation. Just look at the presentation. Main computation of salary, then working note starts with definition of salary, then least of the three is exempt. Main salary, working note, least of the three is exempt. So that's how it is required. Right. 18th problem, we are doing it in notebook then. Are you all having the printout of this? Yes. Dravid staying in Chennai. Chennai 50%. ये जो second bit है ना 40% of salary. Metro में कितना आएगा? 50%. 12,500 is the basic. 1,500 is DA. 4% commission is there. He's got 1,800 per month HRA. Turnover achieved is 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs into 4%. House rent paid by him is 2,500. He received advance salary. Someone is going out of India for project for 2 years. Better you take 2 months salary in advance. So is advance salary taxable? Yes. The very first class of salary, the very first page I said, salary is taxable on due or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. So advance salary is taxable. But this advance salary we will not take for definition of salary for HRA. Yes? Right. Determine the taxable quantum of the house rent allowance. He has received advance salary 50,000 in March 23 relating to April. Okay. Not March 23, March. जब मिला March 24 में ही, April 20 May, June. Because you are receiving in advance, it's going to be taxable now. But of course, it will not be taxable next year, but then you will not consider it. Once again, for those who have a doubt, I am doing revision that advance salary is taxable, but it's not considered for retirement benefit. I hope this is very easy. What was not tough but little technical, we have already finished. And please ask all others also. Some of you want to join, but ma'am, you are in the middle of. अरे जहां से करोगे समझ में आएगा. You've missed the retirement benefit, cover it up. Watch this, at least you will follow. ठीक है? Chalo, let us go to the notebook for salary chapter. And you remember last time with a different pen, we have made sure we are writing all the concepts. है ना? Booster notes लिख रहे हैं हम. So today also we will write that booster notes. Booster notes for HRA. Ma'am, they are very nicely printed in your book. Can you keep my book open in exam? Is it an open book system? No. लिखो. चलो. House rent allowance is exempt under section 10 clause 13 capital A, least of 3 bits. Least of the 3 bits. What is the first bit? Rent paid. Whatever rent the employee is paying minus 10% of the salary. Second is 40 or 50% of salary. If he's in metro, then 50% or else 40%. Third is actual HRA received. Actual HRA received. Rent paid minus 10% of the salary. %40 or 50% of the salary, or actual HRA received. Okay, least is exempt. And dear students, please write down in booster notes what's the definition of salary. Keep sending the pictures of the booster notes in Telegram or Challengers group, wherever you are connected. This will boost your confidence and others also. ये exam के एक दिन पढ़ लोगे ना, तो भी it will be clear. Definition of salary. क्या लिखेंगे definition of salary? Basic for HRA. Basic. DA in terms of retirement benefit. मतलब whatever is considered for retirement. Plus percentage of commission. So many times if they give you commission per month, 500 rupees, don't take it. Take it like this only. Okay? Right. Chalo. Definition of salary is clear to all of you. Now let us do with different color. Problem number 18th. See, if they ask you just compute the taxable HRA, do that. No need to write, calculate the whole salary. But I am doing it to make you practice the presentation. Please listen, dear students. I've solved all the retirement benefit problem also with 2, 2, 3, 3 options. Agar gratuity mila to, agar nahi mila, agar magar is all for practice. So right now, if they've asked you calculate taxable HRA received, less exempt 3, done. Then ma'am, why you are writing? I am writing everything for practice. Because in final exam, they will ask you compute the total income. So the major presentation is required. You know? Chalo. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, you are saying means you listen to what I say. Computation of income of Mr. Dravid. Computation of income of Mr. Dravid. Basic salary. Now, we also should check whether he's retiring or not. If not, can we take the salary for 12 months? Basic 12,500 into 12. 1,50,000. Can we do it together rather than me writing and you copying? Basic. DA 1,500 into 12. बेसिक हो गया, DA हो गया. Now commission. Commission turnover is 15 lakhs into 4%. 60,000. और कुछ? Done? Now HRA received. House rent allowance received is 1,800 into 12. 21,600. Less exempt. How much is exempt under section 1013A? Working note 1. We will see how much is exempt. Other than this, as I said, advance salary received is taxable on due or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. हाँ, बिल्कुल taxable है advance salary, but it will not be considered for the calculation of HRA. Done? Advance salary is 50,000. Anyone is having any doubt? That's it. You will get the gross salary. Less standard deduction, you will get the taxable salary. Now come down and write in working note 1. Oh. Working note 1. Definition of salary for HRA. Basic plus DA plus commission. How much is basic? 1,50,000. DA 18,000. Commission 60,000. 150 plus DA 18,000 plus 60,000 commission 2,28,000. Are you all with me? What is the definition of salary for HRA? See, if you know and if you feel I'm doing slow, still do it. No, I'm making you learn and understand. We can at 1.5 speed, learning cannot be. Basic plus DA plus commission. Now, what are the 3 bits? Number 1, A bit. Rent paid minus 10% of this salary. So, you know how much rent he is paying per month? 2,500 into 12 and 10% of the salary. 2,28,000. $7,200. Rent paid minus 10% of the salary. Second bit is because Dravid is in Chennai, we will take as 50% of the salary, that is 2,28,000, that is 1,14,000. And C bit is actual HRA receipt. कितना HRA मिला है आपको? 21,600, 1,800 per month. So 21,600. Least is exempt. least exempt is 7,200. 14,400 is taxable. Now do the calculation faster than me. डोंट वेट कि दीप्ति मैम तो कर ही रहे हैं ना कैलकुलेशन, हम बैठ जाते हैं, हम कॉपी कर लेंगे. आई होप प्रॉमिस like this with water bottle, with calculator, with notebook. I'm putting lot of effort for these classes. Then if you're not getting the result, then you're not studying in a disciplined way, which is required. Standard deduction is always 50,000. So what is the taxable salary? Why didn't I give entertainment allowance deduction? Because he's not received, and even if he's not receiving, he's not a government servant. PT, if they pay, deduct it. That's all for HRA. HRA is going to be a part of your total problem with other allowances and all. HRA. "20 minutes to understand the concept, to write the booster notes, to read the question in which you read the final exam, and to write. Presentation is important. Compute the salary, and on working note 1, always start with definition of salary for HRA, definition of salary for RFA, and then continue the problem. We'll do more combined problems where I will use this. Right now, हाँ, एक और होमवर्क करेंगे आप, छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम है ऐसे, exactly same. Any doubt you have in homework, don't wait for the next class. You all are connected in challengers, in your group, WhatsApp group, Telegram, even in app. So anywhere you have a doubt, you can put in. 18th problem is done. 19th is homework. 19th problem exactly same as homework. 20th also very easy. 21st we'll solve, but थोड़े देर बात करेंगे. चलो, we'll see other allowances as per section 1014. These are those allowances which are exempt up to a limit. Ma'am, who will decide the limit? It's decided in the act. Frankly speaking, these special allowance list is going very long, but I want all of you to check here about the special allowances, and in the bold what I have written, वही पढ़ लो बस है. Children education allowance. Company may give you children education allowance 5,000 per month. Unki marzi. How much is exempt? 100 per month per child. Maximum up to 2 children. 100 per month per child. Maximum up to 2 children. Hostel expenditure exempt is 300 per month. Yeah. So if the company is giving 500, 300 तक exempt है, बाकी जो है वो taxable हो जाएगा. Tribal area, those who are working in hilly area, tribal area, they get certain exemptions, border and remote area, because they are risking their life. Compensatory field allowance, those who are working in mines, they get underground allowance. Yeah. Transport allowance. Transport allowance was earlier exempt for all. Now, transport allowance is exempt only for disabled person. Now, disability, you have to go to government hospital and get a certificate that, okay, this person is disabled. Maybe he's partially blind, fully blind, ortho issues, he's not able to walk, or shoulder or dislocate, something that government doctor will certify. Then whatever transport allowance is paid to person with disability, it is exempt up to 3,200 per month. 3,200 per month. Children education allowance 100 per month, hostel 300, and transport is 3,200. Okay. So applying all the allowances, let us work out a combined problem. जिसमें सब allowances का practice होगा, and when we do perquisite, that time also we will do. Allowances topic is over. What did we do? Some allowances which are completely exempt, High Court judge and all. Some are completely taxable. Partial mein we saw HRA and these three, right? Yeah, I want all of you to please note this rule 1 to 8 तो बहुत important है, वो तो आपको लिखा दिया. Rule 2B भी पढ़ो. Any allowances granted by employer to meet the official performance of duties and same is expended by employees is exempt. If the children are not studying and there is no actual expenditure, then above is not exempt. Obviously, if they give you 100 per month education allowance, but your children are not studying, they are the working, then it's not going to be exempt. And for this, I want you all to write one example. Like, I want all of you to write one example. Suppose the company is giving you uniform allowance 50,000. Huh? So you have to go to a specific store, give your measurement, and get the uniform stitched, which you have to wear in the office. So uniform allowance is given 50,000. Now you have already spent 30,000 for the uniform. So how much is going to be the taxable uniform allowance? 20,000. Clear to all of you? So many times, the sales people keep traveling. So when they go out of city, they get daily allowance, hotel or traveling, lodging, boarding. उनको बोलते हैं हम 1,000 रुपीज आपको पर डे वी विल गिव यू. फिर आप होटल में रहो, लॉज में रहो, जो करना है करो. So up to the actual expenditure, that allowance will be exempt because they are staying for the company's purpose. Done? Chalo, let us solve one problem. Presentation is simple, dear students. One by one, you have to write. M is an area manager of N Steels. During the financial year, he gets following emoluments from his employer. Okay, he's getting salary 20,000 till August. After that, he's getting 25,000 transport allowance. See, again, I'm saying एक एक चीज को analyze करो. Transport allowance is going to be fully taxable. It's exempt up to 3,200 per month for handicapped person. Okay, and nothing is said here. Contribution to recognized provident fund, 15% of basic and DA. Did we do in the very first class RPF? Recognized provident fund, how much you can contribute? 12% of basic DA commission. They have contributed 15%. So remaining is going to be taxable. And how much interest is exempt on RPF? Yes, 9.5%. So if the company is happy and on RPF they give you 15% interest, the difference is going to be taxable. Children education allowance 500 per month. So how much is exempt? 100 per month per child for 2 children. This is 500 per month for 2 children. 500 per month, it's not 500 per month into 12 into 2. Don't do into 2. This is already for 2 children. City compensatory allowance 300. That's always taxable. Hostel allowance. I have picked up the best problem. Still you feel, ma'am, this is CMA material, this is CA material, this is MTP. Can you please solve this question? Click the clear picture and send me. I will clear all your doubts. Yes? It's not a one-way teaching, but आप पढ़ो तो सही साथ में. Hostel expenditure is 380 per month. See, there's a googly here. Huh? When I gave this in a class test once, आपको ये मैं नहीं दूंगी, दूसरा problem दूंगी. But 380 into 12, because it's per month, you can't do into 2 because this is already for 2 children. Huh? But hostel expenditure exempt is how much? 300 per month per child up to 2 children. Ma'am, what if the company gives allowance for 3 children? Only for 2 it will be exempt. Remaining will be completely taxable. Done? Yes, right. So that's all for this. हाँ नहीं, इसको नोटबुक में करेंगे. डोंट सी द आंसर अभी. टिफिन अलाउंस. Tiffin allowance is 5,000, but actually he has spent 3,700. Doesn't make a difference. Tiffin allowance is completely taxable. You can't say, ma'am, whatever he has spent, that is for official purpose. Uniform allowance and all, this is fully taxable. Huh. But if there is a canteen in the office and the employer is providing some 50 rupees and all passes, up to 50 rupees per day, it is exempt. Yeah, an employer giving 150 rupees tea, coffee, in a cafeteria of the office, then that is a perquisite which is completely exempt. So many offices are providing breakfast, lunch, high tea, dinner, that is exempt. अभी मैं perquisite में आई नहीं हूँ, but it was linked, so I said. Tiffin allowance is fully taxable. And the googly is here. Mr. M is the area manager. During the year, he gets all these emoluments. So profession tax is paid by employer. Then add it and deduct it. If it is paid by employee, then only deduct it. Clear to all of you or not? Employee खुद अपना PT पे करेगा तो deduct करो. If the employer pays it, then take it and deduct it. Add it and deduct it. Employer paying profession tax for employee, it's a benefit, no? Waterfall. So tax it, then give deduction also. Okay. Let us do this sum in writing. Just look at your watches, how much time it's going to be taking. Because we have discussed everything. So just put your left hand on the problem and solve it with me in writing. No one should do tick tick, otherwise next time Dipti ma'am is never going to give you answers in the compiler. पास होना ही नहीं होना है तो ट्रस्ट करो और लिख के करो जब मैं बोल रही हूं तो. In English, these classes are 100% in English. Only dhamki is given in Hindi. Write and do it. And just see the time also. Computation of income of Mr. M. Done. Particulars and 2 columns. Start with basic. But in basic also, salary is 20,000 up to August. April, May, June, July, August. 5 months. 20,000 into 5. So 1 lakh. We'll make one more sub-column because there is calculation. Then 25,000 into 7. 1,75,000. So 2,75,000 is the basic. Next is transport allowance. Transport allowance is fully taxable. 2,000 per month into 12. 24,000. Contribution to PF, Provident Fund. RPF to be precise, Recognized Provident Fund. They did 15% of basic and DA. But there is no DA in the problem. So we'll take 15% of 2,75,000. Are you all with me? 2,75,000 ka 15%. 41,250. But exempt 12%. We have to take off basic DA, but अब वो है नहीं. So 2,75,000 ka 12% is exempt. 8,250 is taxable. Children's education allowance. Children education allowance is 500 per month into 12. I'm again repeating, don't do 2, huh? No exam में कोई ये language देगा नहीं. This is the way it is twisted, and my God, if you check the past exam, 10 times you must have seen this in the MCQs. So 500 into 12 into 2 nahi karna hai because this 500 per month is already for 2 children. So 6,000. Less exempt See the presentation under section 1014A. 100 into 12 into 2. Exempt is 100 per month into 12 into 2, 2400. Outer column 3600. Next is hostel allowance. Hostel allowance is 380 into 12. 4560. 380 is also, dear students, for 2 children. Exempt under section 1014A. 1014A में hostel expenditure is exempt 300 into 12 into 2. Ma'am, then why did you do 2 now? Because it is 300 per child for 2 children for 12 months. So it's exempt up to 7,200 and you have already received less only. So how much will be taxable? Nil. Next is tiffin allowance. Even though they give you how much you spend for tiffin and all, it's like 5,000 per annum, pura taxable. PT, paid by employer. Why did employer pay your PT? It's going to be taxable. Now, what is the gross salary? Karo total. Ho gaya? Everything is covered. Put the answers in chat box faster than me. Oh, did I miss one thing? Yes. City compensatory allowance. I missed it. City compensatory allowances 300 per month into 12, 3,600. वो भी taxable होगा. City compensatory allowances, when they transfer you to metro cities and all, you have to pay more. $321,950. 321,950. Right. Less standard deduction 50,000. Standard deduction and less PT. PT paid is also deducted. $269,450. Okay. Check the whole problem. Ask me your doubts. Here only I am. पूछो. Presentation पे भी ध्यान दो और पूछो. Done? Yeah. We'll take a break after some time, but all the allowances are complete. Just can we say orally once again whether we have learned or not? If not, refer your book. If yes, then say with me. How much children education allowance is exempt under 1014? Yes, tell me. कितना exempt है children education allowance? 100 per month per child, maximum up to 2 children. Hostel expenditure is 300. Yes, it's 300 per month per child. And transport allowance is exempt only for handicap, 3,200 per month. Other than this, say official traveling or like this uniform allowance, if you are getting allowance but you are spending for the company, then the part which you are spending for the company is exempt. ठीक है? So this is all about allowances. HRA, rent paid minus 10% of salary, 40 or 50% of salary, and actual HRA received. Clear to all of you? Right. Yes. Let us go to the next concept. Acha, keep revising the provident fund. Provident fund में especially the recognized provident fund. How much you can contribute? Basic, DA, and whatever you want you can contribute, but exempt is up to 12% of basic DA and commission. Interest in recognized provident fund is exempt up to 9.5%. The things what I'm repeating, that's the very important for MCQ. Doesn't mean sirf utna padna hai, sab padenge. Chalo, let us move ahead with this. See the solution we have worked out and presentation. Now we are discussing. Okay, we will do some perquisites and then we will take a break. Okay, perquisites are benefits which are received by employee from the employer in kind. So again, same thing. Some perquisites are exempt. Like I already told you, if tea, coffee, and snacks are provided in the office. When we used to do our articleship in the audit time, every day sandwiches, samosas, all our sir will provide. Is it going to be taxable in our hand? Yeah. You know, one question asked in one of the exams is stipend taxable, which you received during articleship? Yes or no? Is stipend taxable, and if yes, under which head? This you search and answer. If you are not getting, then Dipti ma'am तो है ही, पहले आप भी थोड़ा search तो करो. चलो, come back to perquisite. Perquisite denotes something which a benefit comes to the employee in cash or in kind. It can be sometimes in cash in the form of reimbursement or kind. Okay, right. Perquisites which are fully exempt. Beautiful purpose. I'm saying check 8 marks question. Surely, like every exam, whenever the question paper is over, I solve it in YouTube live. Each and every MTP, RTP, तो I know perquisite कैसे पूछते हैं पता है आपको? They will say employer has given this. If that perquisite is exempt, there only you write in the inner column. Okay, employer gave laptop for use to employee. Outer column exempt. See, when you are working in offices, the company is providing you laptop and it is configured in such a way that you can't use in that LinkedIn and Insta and all. Huh? Oh, social media chatting nahi kar sakte. But company's laptop, company is giving for you to work at home. So this laptop is a benefit company is giving to you. So will you bear the depreciation? No, it's exempt. So whenever perquisites are exempt, either after the problem you write a note, then you have to remember, frame the note grammatically. Better write it there itself. How did I make you write income from other sources? PPF interest received 5,000, outer column exempt. Post office saving bank account received 3,000, outer column exempt. वैसे ही. Clear है? Lot of things I'm repeating for presentation, and the way I read the question also, what analysis should go in your mind, pay attention. So right now I'm quickly reading out the list of perquisites which are completely exempt. No one is going to ask you theory question. Remember it to solve the problem. ये बार बार repeat करने से आ जाएगा. Don't feel worried कि ma'am how will you remember so much of list. Telephone provided by employer to employee at his residence. True. Landline or wireless and all. Because the employee at home also is attending the calls for employer. So if the employee's phone call bills are paid by employer, exempt. Goods sold by employer to employee at concessional room. You are working in a TV showroom and 1 lakh TV, their profit is 25,000, they give you in 75,000. Have they given you the benefit of 25,000? Yes, that's exempt. Transport facility provided by the employer engaged in the business of carrying passengers to his employer. You are working in a transport company who is running Volvo buses, you and your family can travel free, exempt. Recreation facility, club facility extended to employees. In your offices, you have swimming pools, gyms, therapy room, music room, cycles. All these are the benefits provided in office, exempt. Amount spent by the employer on training of the employees. You are working in accounts department, then company is holding a training for you to get you updated in the tally's new version, exempt. Are my examples clear for every exempt? Examples बोलने से ना it gets linked, click हो जाएगा आपको. Rent free official residence provided to High Court, Supreme Court judge. They are working at a very dignified post. Provision of medical facility subject to limit. Some medical facilities are exempt, some are taxable. We'll check what and how it is. So many of you are live now. Can I request all of you to like it if you're understanding the way I'm teaching? Comment below once the video is uploaded so that even YouTube is giving a boost to these live videos to help me reach more number of students कि वो डर निकल जाना है. DT is very easy. Whatever is to be repeated, and few things I'm teaching you conceptually. So learn it with me. When I'm reading the question paper, you also read it the way I am analyzing. When I'm writing, you write. When I'm calculating, you calculate. Trust me, you will surely pass out with exemption. Chalo. Amounts paid by employer on training, exempt. Provisions of medical facilities, some is exempt, some is taxable. Tea, coffee, exempt. Free meals provided during working hours, exempt. In remote station. So many times for companies work, say those who are working in refineries and all, deep in the Arabian Sea, they go to extract oil and all, they are working there. खाना खुद का घर से लेके आना. Can we say no? Company will cook and provide you the cooked meals over there. It is exempt. Perquisites allowed outside India by government to a citizen of India for rendering services outside India. Perquisites allowed by government of India. Private company paying perquisites very well taxable. Government of India, it's exempt. Some payable by employer to a recognized provident fund or an approved superannuation fund. So if the employer is contributing to RPF within the limit, it is exempt, no? 12% के अंदर. Employers' contribution to group insurance. All the companies are taking group insurance for their employees. Exempt. Leave travel allowance. We'll do this separately. Abhi. Payment of annual premium by employer for personal accident policy. When you work in companies, there's a lot of risk to the employees. So for their personal accident policy, the premium is paid by employer. So is the premium paid by employer a perquisite? Employee के लिए employer pay कर रहा है. Yeah, but it's exempt. Free education, mark this, very important. इसको 5-star खिलाओ, KitKat खिलाओ, सब खिलाओ. Free education facility provided to children of employees in an institute owned, maintained by the employer, provided the cost value does not exceed 1,000 per month per child. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Free education, ma'am, what was that? That was 100 per month education allowance. And this is up to 1,000 education facility provided to employees in an institute maintained by the employer. Employer is maintaining a school, in that employees' children are studying. So if employer is spending 1,500 up to 1,000, it is exempt. 1,000 per child, no limit of 2 number of children. Allowances में limit है, यहाँ पे कोई limit नहीं है, but 1,000 per child तक exempt है. Beyond that, it's fully taxable. Interest-free concessional loan not exceeding. Employer is giving chota mota loan to employee, say 15,000, and he's not charging interest. Employer not charging interest on the loan given. Is it a perquisite or a benefit for employee? Yes, but it is exempt provided the loan is 20,000. If employer is giving 2 lakh loan to employee, then you have to check what is the SBI rate, 8%. Even if employee is giving free, 8% interest on 2 lakh is going to be taxable. I want to repeat, interest free loan is exempt if the loan is up to 20,000. Computer, laptop not transferred but given for use to employee for official purpose, exempt. Transfer without consideration to an employee of a movable asset other than computer and electronic items and car after using it for 10 years. Now, what will be the life of an asset after 10 years? After company has used the asset for 10 years, then they are giving it to the employee. Say company is having a water filter installed. They used it for 10 years and instead of scrapping, they give it to their employee. Is it a perquisite? Yes. Is it exempt? Yes. Is my speed fine? Recommend? Is my speed fine? Just read this list again also, it will be clear to you. Traveling facility to employees of railways. It is exempt up to a limit. ये अभी आएगा leave travel. Conveyance facility provided to employee to cover journey between office and residence. So not allowance. Allowance है transport allowance, so it is taxable. This is conveyance facility. So employee is giving you cab service to and fro from your home for you to reach the company. Is it exempt? Yes. My examples are clear or not? Yeah, please let us continue. Conveyance facility which is provided to employee to and fro office to residence, they provide cab service, bus service, exempt. Accommodation provided on transfer of employee in a hotel not exceeding. See, when you're shifting from Hyderabad to Bangalore, the company says, okay, 15 days you can stay in a hotel and in between search a house for yourself. That's exempt. Interest-free loan given for medical treatment. Company has given you not 20,000 but maybe 2 lakh loan, but there's a medical emergency and you are giving all the reports and proofs and all. So that interest पे कोई नहीं लगेगा आपको. Tax. Periodicals and journals required to discharge the work. If you're working in the taxation department or accounts department and you're calling for ITR journals and subscriptions and all for your work, it's exempt. It's not taxable. This one is very important. I'll teach you separately. Isko star karo. Which are repeatedly asked in exam, leave travel, computer and laptop, tax on perquisite paid by employer. I'll teach you this separately. आज ही करेंगे थोड़ा बाद में. Medical policy and personal accident policy paid by employer. Medical policy and personal accident policy paid by employer is exempt. But life insurance is taxable. ये भी एग्जाम में बहुत आता है 8 marks. See, company can pay for employee group insurance. Yes. Personal accident insurance. Yes. Then what is this? Health insurance, mediclaim and all. Yes. But not life insurance. Life insurance premium employee, you have to take the life insurance policy for yourself. Why? Company will take. Clear? Right. And other than above, if any life insurance annuity policy is paid by employer on behalf of employee, employees can take ATC deduction, but it will become taxable. Okay? Right. So this is something very nice. Did you understand what are these and how they are going to be asked? I'll tell you 8 marks problem. One of the bit will be employee has taken life insurance policy, premium 20,000 paid by employer, fully taxable. Employee has taken health insurance policy, personal accident, premium paid by employer, exempt. Employer has only taken the group insurance, exempt. So this is exempt. This is employer is giving laptop to employee for use, exempt. Employer is giving camera to use, taxable. If your work is such that you need those very important, if you're a reporter and obviously the camera you use is going to be provided by company, it's exempt. Clear? So just now we have read what are the perquisites which are completely exempt. Now let us take up the perquisites which are partly exempt, partly taxable. Now I am going into the mode leave travel concession. One concept, one problem. Then medical facility. I told you some medical facilities are exempt, some are taxable. So one concept, one problem. Ma'am, ऐसा आए क्या का आया है once. Otherwise, 8 mark problem. These are going to be the bits. Combine also we will solve. We'll take a break after this, please. Is it okay? अरे बोलो समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? None of you are commenting. रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद तो बहुत लोग कमेंट करते हैं पर लाइव में so many of you are there. Not clear, then say not clear. What you want me to repeat? All clear, then say all clear. Chalo. Leave travel assistant. Yeah. Leave travel assistance 10 by 5. This is a very old section. And I don't know why, like they do lot of amendments in capital gain and business head. But this is a part which is not seen only. जब से act बना है चल रहा है चल रहा है. And then questions are asked. Oh my god, the question which I'm taking is asked for 3 marks. And it will not even take 3 minutes. That easy it is. Leave travel assistance may be provided by employer to employee and his family in connection with traveling to any place in India while in service or maybe at the time of retirement when they are receiving pension and all. You know, like those who are working in railways, their family members can travel in, they have quotas. Last moment also, if they book ticket, they will get the ticket. Huh? My father is in railway, so I got 2-tier ticket yesterday only like that. है ना? An individual can avail themselves of the benefit of leave travel allowance twice in the block of 4 calendar years. Actually, we are using financial year starting from April to March. But for leave travel assistance taxability, we have to take calendar years. And the present block of the year starts from 22, 23, 24, 25. Calendar year starts from January to December. January to December. Yes? If an individual has availed benefit twice in the block of 4 years, the first leave travel assistance availed in the next 4 years can be taken. So twice it is exempt. The present block is 4. I hope you are getting. Individual along with his family member can travel twice in a block of 4 years. So 22, 23, 24, 25, you can travel anywhere in India. What is our year? 23, 24. Is it covered in this? Yes. You can travel anywhere in India along with your family, and if your travel bill is paid by your employer, it is exempt. How many times you can do this? Twice. It cannot be fake. You have not traveled and you're putting fake flight bills and all. Not allowed. Suppose in that block of 22 to 25, you didn't travel once also. Then in the next block, that will be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 26 to 30, you will get 3 benefits, 2 for this year. So one will be lapsing, one will be carry forward. I know thoda sa technical hai, but the way I'm teaching, is it clear or not? If individual has not availed the benefit in the block of 4 years, the first leave travel allowance availed in the next 4 years can be taken for the previous block. So in the next block, 26 to 33 will be exempt. 2 for that year, 1 backlog. This exemption is available only for 2 children. Okay? After 110. अब वो 2 children भी कैसे देखते हैं, let us see. If you are traveling airways economy class, train first class AC ticket is more than the airfare nowadays. Recognized transport then deluxe class, that is Volvo AC bus and all. Other transport is 1 AC fare equivalent to shortest route. The maximum amount of exemption is the cost of travel. Any sum received in excess will become taxable. So you can't travel by 3-tier AC and claim the ticket of 1 AC as the compensation. Actual travel is necessary. Amount exemption not exceed the amount of actual expense. Family means spouse, husband के लिए wife, wife के लिए husband, children, dependent parents, brothers and sisters. Dependent parents means those who are not having their income and they are dependent. Children include stepchild and adopted child. Now, children born out of multiple birth, twins, are taken how? First single child, then twins. First is a single child, then twins. Twins are considered as one. So, exempt for all the three. Already we told you that it is exempt for 2 children. But first is single, second are twins, twins are taken as, and so all the three it will be allowed. First only twins. I don't know now why this so much of debate, but exam में ऐसे question पूछते हैं तो उसको exam oriented ही पढ़ लो. First only twins, then the third child, exempt for only the first two allowed. Leave travel allowance encashed without performing the journey is fully taxable. Leave travel allowance encashed without performing journey तो नहीं मिलेगा. Now, Rajesh went to Srinagar on a holiday with wife and 2 children. One is 6 years and then twin daughters. So first single and then twin, सबका allowed होगा. They went by economy class. Cost of tickets is 43,000 for the adult, husband, wife, and 15,000 for the 3 children. So first is son, then twin daughters. सबका allowed है. It is all exempt. Total exempt. Huh. Compute the leave travel allowance. Will your answer be different? If first are twins, first 2 girls are twins, and then the third child, तो फिर first 2 का ही allowed होगा. For children, you have incurred ticket fare for 15,000 for 3 children. So only 5 and 5, 10 will be exempt and remaining 5,000 will become taxable. Self or spouse, so it will be allowed. For children, if first only twins, then twins is only allowed. Okay? 5 into 2. 5,000, यहाँ 15, यहाँ 10, बाकी 5,000 taxable हो जाएगा. Okay? So here we are taking a very quick break. Assemble back after 5 minutes for more of perquisites. Okay? Any doubts you have, I have kept the answer ready for you. You can refer and Okay, let us continue. So did you follow? Last हमने जो किया अभी समझ में आया आपको? Yes, we have done leave travel concession. So it's in the 4 calendar years. Twice the employee along with his family can travel anywhere in India by economy airfare or train ticket or Volvo bus or whatever, and it will be exempt. If he has not availed any leave travel concession now for these 4 years, then next 4 calendar years he can take that too, plus one will lapse, one will be carried forward. Now here, because these provisions are made since years, don't always I teach logically, but for this part, if it is first single child and then two children, twins are taken together, and for up to 2 children, even the travel expense will be exempt. If first only 2 twins are there and then single child, the third child ticket, whatever you have taken, that will become taxable. This is asked in exam. That's why this bit is to be done. Chalo. Now for all the other perquisites, is the list clear to all of you? What are the perquisites which are completely exempt? Perquisites which are completely exempt. Don't ignore the salary chapter. No? 8 marks exclusive problem. Now what I am doing is some perquisites which are partly exempt, partly taxable. So I am going into one concept, one mode. What is one concept? Say medical facility. Some part is exempt, some is taxable. Then loan. If the employer has given loan, some is exempt, some is taxable. If company gives motor car and all, some is exempt. So for every perquisite, let us understand it and solve one conceptual problem. This problem may come in MCQ, it may not come, but this will help you to build up a base so that when I take a combined problem wherein 8-10 perquisites are there, it's going to be very clear. ठीक है? चलो छोटे छोटे perquisites we are taking. First one, medical facility. Have we already completed that if the company is giving you medical allowance fixed, it's going to be taxable. Now I'm talking about medical facility. So if the medical facility is provided to an employee or any member of family in any hospital maintained by employer. Yes. So medical facility provided to employee or any member of his family in any hospital maintained by the employer or government hospital. Clear to all of you? Huh? So if the so many times, the like, for example, Reliance Industries is having Leelavati Hospital, and if the employee of Reliance Industries is taking a treatment over there, it's exempt. Or if the treatment is provided in a government hospital, it is exempt. Any sum paid by employer in respect of expenditure incurred by employee on medical treatment of specified diseases. There are certain specified diseases which are given the list, HIV and leprosy and all. If the employee is taking that treatment and employer is reimbursing, there's an emotional reason, it is exempt. Group medical. Can employer take group medical insurance policy for employees? Exempt. Any expenses incurred by employer on the medical treatment abroad, travel, stay, lodging, boarding of patient and one attendant, it is exempt as per the RBI rules. Travel expense of patient and attendant is tax free if the gross total income of the employee is up to 2 lakhs. And for this medical facility, family means spouse. Husband ke liye wife, wife ke liye husband is called as spouse. We are going to do the clubbing and set of tab bhi zarat hogi. Children. Whenever we say children, stepchild, adopted child, all are included. Parents, brothers and sisters medical treatment will also be exempt if they are dependent on individual. And dependence means which dependent? Not emotional dependence. Here they are talking about financially dependent. So suppose if the parents are retired or brother and sister are too young and I'm only maintaining all of them, then their expense in the hospital maintained by employer exempt, government hospital exempt. Acha, what about if the employee is taking treatment in a private hospital and still the bill is reimbursed by the company? Yeah, fully taxable. पहले ये exempt था, but now तो it is fully taxable. ठीक है? So let us take it up very clearly now. I've already written in bold ताकि आपको ये clear हो जाए. Still, if you have a doubt, ask. Medical facility provided to employee in the hospital maintained by employer, exempt. Government hospital, exempt. Even if it is a treatment in private hospital, but if it is for prescribed diseases, exempt. Group insurance, exempt. Any expenses incurred by employer on medical treatment abroad and all, exempt. And jitna RBI rules mein utna. And all this is inclusive not only for employee, but for spouse, for children, for parents, brothers and sisters dependent. Now with this, let us apply this question. It's very simple, so I'm not doing in writing, but let us check up the presentation. Out of this, 1 or 2 bits can be asked in final exam. Yeah. Compute the taxable value if perquisite in respect of medical facility received by Mr. G. Medical premium paid for ensuring the health of G. For G, medical premium is paid by employer. It is exempt. Employer can pay the group insurance, medical premium, personal accident policy, all exempt. Life insurance, taxable. Ma'am, you have already told this 3 times. Array, then I'm making you learn. That's why I'm repeating. Treatment of G by his family doctor, taxable. Treatment of G in government hospital, exempt. Treatment of G's grandfather in a private clinic, taxable. Anyhow, grandfather doesn't come in the relatives definition. Only parents, brothers, sisters. G's mother, dependent. Okay, but by a family doctor. And how much it is? 8,000. Very well taxable. Ma'am, but you said no dependent parents. Yeah, but in the hospital maintained by employer or government hospital, this is taxable. Treatment of G's sister dependent in a nursing home, 3,000. Yeah, right. Taxable. Mr. G's brother independent, taxable. Treatment of G's father abroad and expenses of staying, 30,000. RBI limit already given is 75. So though you have received 80, 75 exempted, remaining 5,000 taxable hoga. And now if you do grand total, medical facility exempt. Easy, clear to all of you. Now what I'm teaching, we have already learned this in the other source chapter also. You know, in the COVID times, the companies did lot of support they provided to the employees and their family. So if there is a death, okay, of employee or his family member, and company has reimbursed the amount to employee, it is exempt provided this amount received should not exceed the expenses. Clear to all of you? Right. Any sum paid by employer in respect of any expenditure actually incurred by employee on medical treatment and illness and all. Okay. So they have to submit this is all are for reading. Sif just yaad rakh lo. They have to submit all the report and all. For COVID. Suppose the employer has reimbursed 3 lakh rupees. An employee has incurred the expense 2,50,000 for himself or his family member. Family member is same, spouse, children, parents, brother, sister, if dependent. Then remaining 50,000 will become taxable. Employer has given 3 lakh rupees as the compensation for the COVID-19, right? Treatment and all. But then employee's expense is only 250, so 50,000. You know, you can't take benefit in anything. You can't take benefit. Okay? Right. Next, what we are doing is one of the very important amendment. Till last year, rent-free accommodation was 15%. Pay attention and let us do quality good problems for RFA. See, I am in not final exam mode right now. I am into concept mode. So medical treatment, uska question. RFA, uska question. Motor car given to employee as gift, that. So like this, we are building up the base so that when I do combined problems and arrears of salary and tomorrow, it will be clear. So very important amendment is rent-free accommodation. The slabs and all were with 2002 census, I think. Now it is 2011 census from this year. So highest rate of the rent-free accommodation, RFA, is not 15%, it's 10%. Okay? Right. Chalo, let us see this, how we are going to do. In case of government employees, RFA received is completely exempt. In case of non-government employee, in case of non-government employees, if the house is owned by employer, okay, right? Employer matlab company's own house is there and they are giving it रेंट फ्री अकोमोडेशन मतलब एम्प्लॉय आपको कोई रेंट नहीं पे करना, आप रहो. आर यू गेटिंग अ लैंग्वेज डिफरेंस दैट हाउ मैम दिस इज अ परक्विजिट? If company is saying you stay wherever you want, we will give you 10,000 rupees per month, then it becomes what? Allowance, house rent allowance. Okay, company, you stay and your rent we will pay, or employee, you stay in the flat of the company, then it becomes a perquisite. See, many students are not clear. If you want me to spare coming half an hour also for RFA, I'm ready. HRA we have studied, RFA we are studying. They can ask you a question twice, they have asked. Choose whether the employee should go for HRA or RFA. Or 7 months I was working in Hyderabad, I was getting HRA. 5 months I'm working now in Chennai, I'm getting RFA. And RFA, I am again saying till last year, nothing given. You had to calculate 15%. This time, highest rate is 10%. Acha, now how, what, where, what? See, rent free accommodation, the name itself says, don't worry, employee, you stay in the company ka flat or you stay in rented house, we will pay. Is it a benefit provided from by employer to employee? Yes. Is it in kind, rent free accommodation? Yeah. We are not giving any money to employee. Allowance so we are giving and we are taxing. Here we are asking him, okay, company's flat is there, you stay. So this is a perquisite. Is it taxable? Yes. Whenever perquisites are taxable, have the mindset, how do you convert it into the money terms? Company is giving facility for employee to stay in the house of maintained by the company. Company का घर में आप free में रह रहे हो. It's a perquisite. Yes. Is it taxable? Yes. How? You're going to check it. चलो करें साथ में. Clear to all of you. And this should, like, my voice should echo in your mind. What is RFA for this year? 10%, not 15%. How? Let us check it in detail. In case of government employees, if rent-free accommodation is given, then it is as per the government rules taxable. It's not exempt, not in the syllabus. Chhod do. In case of non-government employees, if the population is up to 15 lakhs, 5% RFA. Above 15 lakh to 40 lakhs, 7.5. Nothing is given, take the population above 40 lakhs and 10%. Yes, don't check in this part abhi pehle isi ko kar lete hain. And I'm going to solve quality good problems for RFA. 99% of the salary question is having everything correct except for student RFA goes wrong, gross salary goes wrong, taxable salary goes wrong, tax calculation goes wrong. तो ऐसे नहीं करना है, ठीक है? Rent free accommodation for provided by employer. If the population is up to 15 lakhs, 5%. Above 15 lakhs to 40 lakhs, 7.5%. Above 40 lakhs, 10%. If house is not owned by the employer, then 10% of the salary or lease rent, whichever is lower. Ma'am didn't get what's the difference in this, I'll say. थोड़ा नाश्ता अच्छे से करके आओ. I know you all are feeling hungry. I'm also feeling hungry. But let us continue. Salary is big chapter. The sooner we complete this, we can start with costing classes, GST classes also there. तो थोड़ा तो पढ़ लेते हैं साथ में. चलो. If house is not owned by the employer, that means company has taken it on rent. Then 10% of the salary or the actual rent paid, whichever is lower. ठीक है? Accommodation in a hotel other than provided for a period exceeding 15 days. So up to 15 days you can stay in a hotel and your hotel bill is reimbursed by employer, it's exempt. Beyond 15 days, 2 months you are staying in hotel and your bill is paid by employer, very well it is taxable. 24% of the salary or actual charges, whichever is lower. Clear to all of you? Right. Huh. Now, in case this is unfurnished house, If house is given to stay to employee along with furniture, sofa and refrigerator and oven and dining table and all, then along with the unfurnished furniture ke liye what you have to provide? 10% per annum of the cost of furniture. 10% per annum of the cost of furniture or rent payable. Please don't जाग के करो, ऐसे सो के नहीं बोलना 10% और द रेंट विच एवर इज लोअर, ऐसा नहीं है. If you have taken, company has purchased the furniture and company has given it on rent, right, then 10%. Okay, 1 minute, huh? There's some urgent call, please, you all need to wait and read on. ओके, रुकावट के लिए खेद है, चलो वापस शुरू करते हैं. लेट अस डू अगेन. थैंक यू. चलो, या, did you read it on your own? If the company is providing the furniture on the rent, then whatever is the original cost, they'll give you WDV to confuse you. On the original cost, 10% is taxable in the hands of employee. I know that I'm going to solve more questions of RFA because it is confusing. But you also have to practice HRA and RFA, है ना? Right. And if the furniture is also taken on rent, employer has taken AC on rent and fitted in employee के घर में, so the rent paid by the company for the employee is taxable. Okay, right. For house provided at a concessional rate. Now, what do you mean by concessional rate? House is not given absolutely. You can stay in the company's house, but you pay us 500 rupees rent. So we are not giving it completely free. We are charging something from employees. So first determine the valuation on the assumption that it is completely free, right? And then deduct from it the rent payable. Ma'am, कुछ भी नहीं समझा, कोई बात नहीं, we'll work out the problem and it will be clear. What is definition of salary? 5-star, Kit Kat, Eclair, सब खिला दो. Definition of salary goes wrong, RFA calculation goes wrong, all goes wrong. Salary means basic, DA in terms of employment, bonus, commission, fees, all other taxable allowance, plus any monetary payment which is chargeable to tax. Clear to all of you or not? Basic salary, then DA, then bonus. ये सब लेंगे सैलरी के डेफिनेशन में. बेसिक, DA, bonus, commission, this time any commission, percentage also, per month also, fees, and all other taxable allowance. Education allowance received 3,600, exempt 2,400, taxable 12, so only taxable part, and any other monetary payment. Clear to all of you, right? However, it does not include DA, which does not form part of retirement benefit. Employer's contribution to PF. Did I teach you employer is contributing 15% to PF, only 12% is exempt, remaining will taxable? That is taxable, but that you will not take in definition of salary for rent-free accommodation, RFA. Can I call rent-free accommodation as RFA? Clear? अरे हाँ तो बोलो. Allowances which are exempt from the payment of tax. So if there are exempt allowances like telephone provided at home and all, you're not going to take. Perquisites you will not add. In definition of salary for RFA, medical, and just now I've taught you perquisites, no, medical and leave travel concession, nothing you will add. What is the definition of salary? मैं बहुत slowly पढ़ा रही हूँ, मुझे मालूम है. Just like a regular class, because RFA concept is asked every exam and students are not able to do. Can someone watching as recording put the time, please? When did I start RFA? When did I do HRA? You will be doing a lot of benefit to many other students. And thank you so much in advance. God bless you. करना है आपको. चलो. So what is the definition of salary for RFA? Basic. DA in terms of retirement. Commission any wala. Bonus, fees, and all the other taxable allowance. Any monetary payment which is not chargeable to tax. Monetary payment does not include perquisites. Huh? Allowances सिर्फ taxable वाला लो गया. ठीक है? In case of furnished house, perquisite will be 10% per annum for the cost of the furniture or rent payable. ठीक है? Right. There's some amendment in this part I said just for reading, and I don't want to discuss also. I will also read it at the end because the impact of this is going to come in the next financial year 24-25. So chhod do. I've already taken all this in amendment also. Okay, so what's the change in RFA? Nothing given. Every city's population is going to be above 40 lakhs, so you take it 10% of the salary. And if the employer has taken it on rent, then 10% of salary or rent paid, whichever is lower. For furniture, 10% of cost of furniture or the rent payable. ठीक है? Right. चलें साथ में? Yeah. Let us solve one problem. Always start your question with definition of salary for RFA. Definition of salary for RFA. कोई भी एक ले लो. Any one we can take up. दोनों करेंगे मैम तो दोनों कर लो. चलो बिरला वाला करते हैं. Mr. Birla informs you the particulars of salary. Yeah. So what is the basic salary? 36,000. DA 4,800, not forming part of the salary. Arey ma'am, they said not forming part of the salary means not forming part of the retirement benefit. But still, whatever DA you will receive, it's going to be taxable. Bonus 6,000. Commission 4,000. City compensatory allowance always taxable. Had it been a part of allowance which is exempt, then take only the taxable one. Calculate the value of the perquisite in respect of the rent-free furnished house. Yeah, RFA. Okay, one very important hint for RFA is, even if they give you RFA first, calculate it last. Ma'am, kyun? Because you need basic DA, all the taxable allowance, everything. So calculate the RFA last. Okay, right. Till last year it was 15% of salary. Right now it is 10% of the salary. ठीक है? तो RFA का calculation हम working note 1 में करेंगे. Gross salary, nothing given, standard deduction you have to take. Right. Calculate the value of the rent-free accommodation in a city with a population of more than 40 lakhs. 25 lakhs is an old limit. I've changed the question and answer but missed changing the limit. 40 lakhs वाला limit है. 40 lakhs वाला limit है, 25 lakhs नहीं है. जहां जहां 25 है उसको 40 करो. ठीक है? Less than 40 lakhs. Less than 40 lakhs, it will be how much? 7.5%. Cost of the steel furniture, 16,000. WDV is given only to confuse you. Only the cost of the furniture ka 10% you have to tax, 1,600. And monthly rent of other furniture. Some other furniture you have provided on rent, then 300 into 12, 3,600. वो भी ले लो. ठीक है? Right? So did you get? We have taken basic, DA, bonus, commission, city compensatory allowance. Okay. There is no PF, but in exam, surely they will give PF. Contribution is 15%, exempt is 12%, 3% taxable. Will you take it for RFA calculation? No. Perquisites? No. Okay? Right. Now, definition of salary for RFA. What is the definition of salary? Definition of salary is all you will take until now. पूरा ले लो यहाँ तक. Let us do it in calculator. Shall I take basic? Yes. Will I take DA? No. DA is taxable, but it's not forming part of the salary. Bonus? Yes. 6,000. Commission? Yes. 4,000. City compensatory? Yes. बस कितना आ रहा है देखो. what is definition of salary for RFA? Then we'll take 10%. कौन सा city है not given तो 40 lakhs above. This time they have asked you to calculate both ways. तो दोनों करेंगे. 49,600 is the definition of salary for RFA. 10%. 10% is the new RFA rate. Till last year it was 15%. And now furniture. One steel furniture is provided 16,000. Uska 10%. Ma'am, but WDV is given. Why? To confuse you. And then one more 300 rupees per month ke hisab se furniture they have taken on rent. So that is 3,000. So total RFA comes to 10,000. Rent-free accommodation is a perquisite which is taxable for employee, but amount we don't know because you are staying in a free house. So you have to calculate. Okay? Right. Yes. So rent-free accommodation we have completed, right? And then the gross salary you will get less standard rate. Presentation is clear, right? If now option 2 is, I'm twisting the problem to show how concessional rent works. Option 2 is, if company is paying 500 per month rent, company is paying. Huh? What is rent-free accommodation? 49,600 into 10%. And company is paying 500 into 12. So 10% of the salary or rent paid by the company. Company ने भी rent पे लेके आपको दिया है. Company has taken it on rent and they have given. Whichever is lower will be taxable. Ma'am, but employer is giving benefit to employee 6,000, no? But 10% of the salary or rent paid, whichever is lower is taxable. So 4960 is taxable. Steel furniture is there and 300 rupees rented furniture is there, 10,160. Can I add one more option on my own? If the employees say we are recovering 200 per month, so this is called as giving it on concessional rent. We are saying employee will not give you full free. Huh? You stay in company's house. So company is paying rent and all. So first, even if it is concessional rate, calculate RFA as if it is completely free. And then employee, I'm giving you 10,160 benefit. But employee, if I'm recovering from you 2,400. Taxable will be 7,760. How is it? Array, like this, you should create the options and you can do on your own. Option 3 is clear to all of you. 10,160. Calculate as if it is completely given free to the employee and then deduct that. Okay? Right. Chalo. One more problem we will do now, 25th. Is it clear like this or you want me to do in notebook? Just calculate everything, keep the RFA working note 1 and let your working note 1 start with definition of salary for RFA and then you can calculate. Mr. Bush is working in a private company with 60,000. Commission is 6,000. 4,000 bonus. Uniform allowance is 6,000. 60% is spent for the official purpose. So 6,000 ka 60%, remaining taxable. 12,000 as conveyance allowance, but 75% is spent for official tour, conveyance and all में. तो वो deductible है. Entertainment allowance, fully taxable because he is working in a private company. Had it been government employee, though we would have given deduction. His employer has paid income tax. Employer's own income tax is not allowed. If employer is paying income tax for you, very well taxable. If income tax is paid for employee by employer, it's a perquisite. Your own income tax was allowed in business head. Yesterday only you have written the chapter wise exam. No, then why this? Huh? Chalo. Profession tax, 1,000. Who is paying? Employer. Employer is paying profession tax on behalf of employee, then add it and then deduct it. And rent-free accommodation is provided in a place where population is above 40 lakhs. So above 40 lakhs, so how much you will take? 10%. Less than 40 lakhs, so how much you will take? 75%. Less than 15 lakhs, so how much you will take? 5%. Right? So RFA is always to be calculated last. ये बात clear है या नहीं आप सबको? RFA क्यों हमेशा last calculate करेंगे? Because you need all the other definition of salary for RFA. Shall I take basic? Yes. Commission? Yes. Bonus 4,000? Yes. Uniform allowance only the taxable part. Conveyance allowance only the taxable part. Entertainment allowance? Yes. Income tax? No. These are perquisites. Perquisites are not included in the RFA definition. Are you feeling like a regular class or not? And this is live class in YouTube. Can you help me? I am boosting your performance in final exam. नहीं जल्दी जल्दी करके कुछ तो कुछ पढ़ा दो, ऐसे नहीं कर रहे हैं. And then you help me share it with at least 5 of your friends if your RFA is clear. Hint is always calculate last even if it is given first. Now rent-free accommodation is 80,400 ka 10%. Here they have not given the rent, so we will not take it. If they give the rent, then we can take rent paid or RFA, whichever is lower. Rent paid by company. And if from employee we are recovering the rent, then it is called as rent-free accommodation given at concessional rate. And if employee ko I am saying you pay me 1,000, then taxable will be 0. See, I'm giving the whole house free to employee in 8040. Or if I'm giving him at a concessional rate of 1,000, then benefit given by employer to employee is how much? 7040. That is at concessional rate. Clear? Right? That's all for rent-free accommodation. How did you like today's perquisites? We have done a leave travel concession, we have done medical, and we have done this. Are all the perquisites clear? Live students, if you don't want to comment, at least let me know the reason. Later on, personal message. So many final students are also watching the video. वो भी आप लिख के भेजते हैं, तो why you are not commenting in the live? Clear and not clear and AC, all clear. Yes. Done? Right. Some more perquisites we are taking till here. We will take up. The reason is because now there are some rates to remember and I want to repeat it. I want to repeat this also tomorrow. That's why I will take till here 10 minutes more and then close. Okay? Right. ESOP and all that. Tomorrow full class I need. Motor car. सबसे मजेदार वाला perquisite बाकी है. But of course I'll revise all this also. Chalo. We'll take some more small perquisites which are exempt or taxable. How? Value of benefit to employee on account of interest-free or concessional loan for any purpose shall be determined as an amount sum equal to interest computed at the rate charged per annum by SBI as on the first day of the relevant previous year. Okay? So loan given to employee Sakshi, 1 lakh at 5%. Whereas what was the SBI loan rate? 8%. Why did you give your employee loan at 5% when the market rate is 8%? Is it a waterfall benefit from employer to employee 3%? Yes, taxable. SBI rate on the first day is 8%. Why did you give to your employee at 5% concessional rate loan? 3% will be taxable. Interest on loan is exempt if the loan amount does not exceed 20,000. That we have already seen. Or if the loan is taken for some specified diseases. वो तो सब exempt है. If any movable asset owned or hired by employer is used by employee or his family members, 10% per annum of actual cost or higher charges shall be taxable. Employer has given to employee 1 lakh TV to use. 1 lakh TV at the rate of 10% depreciation. कितना होगा? 10,000. Employee, you bear it. Wear and tear. समझ में आ रहा है? Employer is giving to employee asset to use. So original cost पे 10% depreciation who will bear? Employee. This does not apply to laptop, motor car and computer. Mark it very, very important. This does not apply to laptop because laptop employer is going to give to employee and it's exempt. Motor car, tomorrow's class. Motor car has a different kind of the perquisite which we are going to do tomorrow. And computer. Computers are exempt. Is the reason clear or not? If not, I want all of you to write laptop and computer के पास exempt. And this इसके लिए लिखो refer table. मैम किधर है टेबल? कल करेंगे. Tomorrow we'll do. Once again, employer giving to employee loan amount at 5%, whereas the SBI rate was 8. I am covering each and everything with the like MCQ also if they ask 2 out of 2 and bit by bit question also if they ask allowances perquisite, you have to work like this. If you are not understanding anything in today's class, please ask. It is a live class. Don't worry. I am seeing the live chat also. पूछो कोई भी doubt है तो. Because tomorrow I'm going to apply all this RFA, leave travel concession and solve jumbo problems of 8 marks. That time I will not say, ये देखो ये refer करो, ये देखो कल याद है, अरे याद कर लो. चलो. Any asset, third point I want to revise, any asset given by employer to employee for use is taxable in the hands of employee 10% of original cost as perquisite, except motor car, separate table, laptop and computers, anyhow exempt. If the employee transfers any movable asset directly or indirectly to employee or any other, see this time we are giving for use. This is for use. This is transferred to employee. Okay. It becomes a perquisite. Employer is having Harley Davidson bike. They allow employee. Okay, you are going for official collection purpose ना, कंपनी का बाइक है, लेके जाओ, शाम में रख के जाना, फिर अपना एक्टिवा लेके जाना घर पे. So take employer's Harley Davidson, go for collection, keep it back, and while going home, take your activa. Okay. This month the employee performed super well, and we said this Harley Davidson belongs to you. This is your bike now. You keep it. Is this waterfall employer is giving employee bike? Yes. But what was the original cost of the bike? 2,50,000. Employer used it for 3 years. So what's the day you transferred? What was the WDV? That is the perquisite or benefit. Very beautiful when you work out practically. If the employer transfers any movable asset directly or indirect to employer family member as perquisite, what's the actual cost? Less 10% depreciation for each completed year. Why did I write this in bold? If the employer use it for 8 years and 3 months, ignore 3 months, take only for 8 years. And less the amount charged. Sometimes I'm saying, employee, you did a superb job. Huh? This Harley Davidson is yours. The value is in lakhs of rupees, but you give me 10,000. So 10,000 so you're charging from employee, no? So whatever you charge from employee will reduce his concessional rate. Okay? Chalo. Rate of depreciations are given. For every completed year, you have to charge. Ma'am, rate of depreciation we have done in section 32. Don't apply here. Here the rates are different. I don't know, sometimes they should amend the act and they should say apply same rate. But right now, the same nahi hai. Motor car, 20% WDV Depreciation you charge for each completed year. Computer, 50% WDV you charge for each completed year. Other assets, 10% SLM. Clear to all of you? What is the actual cost of asset for employer? Oh, is it a laptop? Computer, exempt. Other asset, what's the original cost? Less. Depreciation charged by employer for completed years of use. This will become a perquisite. ठीक है? Right. And next one is to or be easy. Gas, electricity, water, cook, servant, sweeper, gardener, watchman, whatever is provided at the residence of the employee by employer, waterfall. Array, your gardener, your cook, your watchman, you pay the salary. Why company is paying salary? It's taxable. Fully taxable. No emotion ki 100 रुपए exempt 300 रुपए कुछ भी नहीं. This last one we are doing and closing. Pay attention, ma'am. They will ask problem like this. No. Then why you are making? Any one bit will be a part of your 8 marks question. So for practice, we are doing it. Find out the taxable value of perquisite. In case employee, particulars in case of an employee to whom the following assets have been sold on 13th June. Okay. So company purchased a car and they sold it to employee. An asset for put to use by company from the day it is purchased. कब purchase किए थे? June 23 में they have sold. When did they buy? 21. So how many years depreciation we will charge? May 21 to May 22. May 23. Khatam. Ma'am, May 23 to June 23, 2 years and 1 month. No, you don't have to charge depreciation for part of the year. Students are not clear because this language is not clear in the study material. But I know where you students do the mistake. हमको कोई वंडरला की स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? For each completed years को बोल्ड करके दिया है आपको. Right? अरे clear or not? हाँ कि ना? Chalo, let us do for motor car. What was the depreciation for motor car? 20% WDV. Laptop, you refer it. If you want to refer motor car, 20% WDV. Laptop, you remember in section 32 also, highest rate of depreciation was for computer 40%. Either be 50% WDV. Other assets 10% SLM. Done. Chalo. Now see. Motor car was purchased in May 21, 8,72,000. 20% depreciation for 21-22. Again WDV. So 20% depreciation on this and now this. Only 2 completed years. After that, I gave it to my employee. Employee, what's the value of the motor car? 5 lakh. You are getting it for, value is 558. You are getting it for 515. What's the value of perquisite? So, you know, while you solve the problem, basic DA, this value will be added. Ma'am, where we should do all this? Working note. Working notes are, you know, like the jewelry, the decoration, the accessories of your answer sheet. है ना? Are you getting many things I'm saying? At least 10 times I've repeated, again I'm repeating, like RFA you calculate last. Even if they give you beginning of the problem, company provided RFA. Because you need all the others. Like this I'm saying, do the working note. Main answer should look very neat. Today I have not done a single problem. Main. Tomorrow I will do it in writing. This is a practice batch. Abhi these are to concepts clear करने के लिए also you need some problems, no? One concept, one problem. That's what we are doing. Tomorrow when I do 8 marks problem, just see the presentation. Okay, laptop. 1,22,000 it was purchased. 50% depreciation 61. Again on 60 this is the value. Employee ko we have given in this much. This is the perquisite. Furniture 35,000. 3,500. Again 3,500 because other assets the depreciation is SLM 28,000. Now 10,000. So this is the value of the perquisite. ESOP के पास लिख तो दो, रेफर कैपिटल गेन. Page number and all I'll say tomorrow. Link up and learn the subjects. You will learn it faster. You will learn it better. Chalo, so can we conclude what last 15 minutes perquisite we have done? Employer giving to employee interest free loan or loan at concessional rate, whatever is SBI rate, difference will be perquisite. If they give up to 20,000, no problem. Even if they give loan up to 2 lakh, but for specified diseases, no problem. Any other asset employer giving to employee for use, 10% depreciation of the original cost. Tax. See, this is for use. Students are confused between 3 and 4. 3 is employer is just giving to use. Ma'am, if the employer gives laptop and computer, exam, motor car, kal dekhenge. Fourth one. If the employer transfers any movable asset to employee, it's going to be taxable like this. Okay. So very small homework is whatever one concept, one problem I have done for RFA, for HRA, for this. If you do and come, it will be super duper clear tomorrow's class. And I want all of you to comment below, those who are live with me since morning, that this is a new week and we are starting what? With the commitment. Say what you mean what you say. If once इसने बोल दिया ना काम हो गया, that should be the value of your word, then I want to bind you. I want to be your accountability partner. How many hours you are going to study this week? Only for this week. We know there are going to be changes in the timetable. Exam might be postponed. वो नहीं सोचना है. जो हमारे हाथ में है now. Are you working? Are you promising you'll be studying at least for quality good 2 hours, 2.5 hours? If you're not working, can you promise me, ma'am, quality good 6 hours? And you know, the beauty is, yeah, ma'am, 6 hours though I studied, but half an hour, I picked up one law RTP and I just revised all the MCQs and objectives. So, you know, doing beyond that will give you a beautiful boost, and you will never come and say me, ma'am, I have not completed my paper in 3 hours. अरे 6 hours ऐसे ही बोला. You want to study for 7 hours, right? 7 hours. But comment below this video so that you become accountable. How I am saying to all of you that soon you will be seeing this compiler in a colored book. अभी तक colored नहीं आया है. I know how much effort I have put in bringing this compiler. One concept, one example. I need hours and months to again make it colored. I can't say to any student, you do it. This is like my child, this Sarathi compiler. So I'm going to take care that it's going to be colored in such a way that all the red ones are the booster notes, all the green ones are the problems, and like that. But I will need time. But I'm declaring live in YouTube. So after 6 months, if you don't say, ma'am, kya hua colored book ka? So like that, I'll be asking you, okay, did you study? It's absolutely okay. One day you study 5.5 hours or 5 hours, but at least go in a systematic, focused way so that you are not saying to the cab wala, kahan chalo? Chalo, are kahan? Are you tell the cab wala that I want to go from A destination to B, he'll take you from the smallest of route, shortest of route, right? So with this motivation, we are closing and seeing a lot of comments below this video. God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching till end. See you all live in tomorrow's class for application of today's knowledge. Salary chapter. All what we have, आज कुछ भी बड़ा किया ही नहीं. छोटू, one concept, one problem we have done. We'll apply it tomorrow and complete salary chapters 8 marks question. Tomorrow, remind me 2 things, please. If I forget, you all are live, so I'm saying comparative of old tax regime and new tax regime. एक बार फिर से करेंगे. And at the back of the compiler, I have given past exams question. That also we will solve now only.